There's a framing you'll hear a lot right now in the industry. Agents are non-human identities. Well, it's close, but it's not quite right. And the distinction actually matters for how you govern these things. An agent isn't really a non-human identity. An agent is an autonomous consumer of non-human identities. It uses service accounts and API keys and personal access tokens to act on your infrastructure. The credentials are the NHIs. The agent is the entity that decides what to do with them. And that matters because securing the NHIs alone does not secure the agent. You can rotate a key, scope a token, vault a secret, do backflips, but if the agent that uses those credentials gets manipulated, you've secured the lock while someone is steering the person holding the key. The flip side is just as true though. You cannot secure agents without governing their NHIs either. The NHIs are how agents reach your systems. They're the execution layer. So you need both sides of this. Now, to actually govern both sides, you need a clear picture of where agents live in your environment. And honestly, once you start mapping it out, the landscape is broader than most people would expect. The way we think about it at Clutch is this. We segment agents into 4 technical categories. Endpoint agents, like the ones running on your people's machines, developers and end users. Coding assistants, agentic browsers, desktop AI tools, that's one. The second, SaaS agents. The AI features embedded in your business applications like your CRM, or your productivity tools, or your support platforms. Think about things like Salesforce Agentforce and Microsoft Copilot. And then you've got cloud agents. Those are enterprise managed, running on dedicated infrastructure like AWS Bedrock or GCP Vertex or Azure AI Foundry. And then there's self-hosted agents. Those are custom built on frameworks like CrewAI or LangChain, deployed on your own compute, in VMs or containers or serverless. And those are 4 very different deployment models. But there's an even simpler way to think about what they do. Some agents are workforce agents. They work alongside your people. A developer using a coding assistant, a sales rep using an AI feature in Salesforce. The agent is basically an extension of a human user. Other agents are workload agents. They run as part of your production infrastructure. They're processing pipelines, automated workflows, and backend services. There's no human in the loop at all. But whatever the agent is, or wherever it lives, workforce or workload, endpoint or cloud, it connects to your end resources through those non-human identities. That's the constant. That never changes. Which is also where agents break the traditional identity model. In classic non-human identity security, a service account has its own identity, its own permissions, and its own audit trail. It's clearly separate from the human who created it. Agents blur that line completely. When a developer uses Claude with an MCP server connected to GitHub, the agent uses that developer's personal access token. From GitHub's perspective, from the audit log, it's the developer making commits, reading repos and creating pull requests. But the actual decision maker is an LLM running on the developer's machine. The human is nowhere in either keyboard. That's the conundrum. The agent is not human, but it acts through a human's identity. It is not a traditional non-human identity, but it consumes them. It sits in a space between the two that most identity governance frameworks don't have a category for yet. But what matters most is this. Regardless of what kind of agent it is or where it runs, it reaches your systems through those non-human identities. Every agent action touches real resources using real credentials. And if you don't have visibility into which agents hold which credentials and what those credentials can reach, you're flying blind. That's actually what we'll dig into next.